Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Xan Talk Show. Today we are going to code Emacs Lisp. Say hi, okay? Say hi in the comment. I'm gonna get my coffee and let's code Emacs Lisp. Okay, so today we are going to write a Emacs Lisp command that transposes HTML table. So let me show you the HTML table. So you are looking at, for example, this part, that's a HTML table. As you can see, the first line is, let's stop this. The first line is, switch. This is about keyboard switches. So the first line is switch, Roman G tactile switch, Roman G linear, GX blue, GX brown, GX red. So they go by row, 6 rows by 6 columns or something. So, but in HTML, it looks like that. So, but what I want to do is to transpose them. That means make the rows becomes column and columns becomes row. Okay, and in Wolfram language, Mathematica, there is a built-in function that lets you transpose a matrix, or in fact, arbitrarily dimensional matrix, 3 by 5 by 7. You can transpose in very different combinatorial ways. But typically, transposition is done on a m by m matrix, two-dimensional matrix. You just want to make the rows becomes column. So basically, for each entry, you swap with the other entry. So that's what you do. Transposition, okay? Transposition of a matrix. Now, HTML table. A table is, you can think of it as a matrix. So we are going to write a command to do that, okay? A Emacs Lisp command, okay? So the first thing to do is to write a transposition function. So the first thing to do is to let's see, 4.8. Okay, so the first thing to do is to turn this HTML format into a Lisp nested vector, okay, or nested list. Okay, so let's see. So a few days ago, about a month ago, we wrote a Emacs Lisp transpose matrix function. Actually, I think I wrote this offline, but when doing one of the talk show, we encountered the problem where we need to transpose a nested list or nested vector. So I wrote this command. So it already exists. So you just say, you can make matrix and transpose. So let's show it, okay? Let's show if it works. Okay. So who is watching? So guys, say hi, okay? Say hi. So let's see. Let's search for XA make matrix, okay? So it's not there. It's in my init file, loaded somewhere. I mean, it's not loaded. Okay, so it's there. So you can see here's a command. By the way, I'm using the keyboard. Oh, I forgot to show you my screen. The keyboard you are looking at is Glove 80. Okay, I did a review last month. Just search for Xali review Glove 80. Hi, Sardas. Okay, so I wasted 5 minutes talking without showing my screen. So here is a transpose matrix function. So we were doing this. Here's a HTML table. We want to, so that's how it looks like in okay, let's show. Let's go back to, so HTML table, it looks like that, and in browser it displays like that. We want to transpose column become rows, rows becomes column. Okay, so the first thing to do is to turn this text into another text format using the Lisp nested vector syntax. So again, let me show you. So here we wrote the command already. So make matrix, create a matrix of nested vector like that. And then you have the transposition, XA transpose function that takes the matrix and transpose it, okay? So let's start to look at the code and let's demo the code. Okay, so here's the code. So let's make a matrix. Okay, so let's say, for example, let's just say make matrix. Okay, so what row? Let's say not. It's 3 by 2. Okay, 3 by 2, and what value do you want to give it? Okay, 0. Okay, so now evaluate that error void function. Okay, oh yeah, we forgot to evaluate this buffer, so we need to eval the buffer. Okay, on the pink window you can see all my command calls and the keystrokes. I'm using a Vora keyboard. Okay, so we eval the buffer. Now we paste this code. Now let's make it larger. Okay, so now we evaluate this line. Let's do it. So you can see in the mini buffer, in the message area, you can see here's output 0 0 0 0 0 0. That's a 3 by 2 matrix. Okay, and now remember that, let's copy it, put it here. Okay, now let's transpose it. Okay, so let's say XOR transpose. Okay, where is the key for, yeah, the XOR transpose. Okay, and what do you want to transpose? You want to transpose this matrix. Okay, let's actually put it here. Okay, yeah, so there. Now let's do that. Control U, eval last 6. So you can see 0 0 0 0 0 0 becomes 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, transposition, fantastic. Okay, we demonstrated transposition of the Emacs Lisp code. Now let's go back. Now let's write the function. We need to turn this. Okay, so turn this HTML table. That's actually what we need to do. Okay, so let's start a Emacs Lisp code block. Okay, and so what do you do? How do you want to name this? Define function. Okay, define a function. Okay, then we want to say let's say XOR HTML table to nested vector. Okay, turn on HTML table. So given a table, text. Okay, so this table text is a string. That is a HTML table. Okay, so docstring turn a HTML table into convert into nested vector. Okay, that vector in Lisp, vector means array. Okay, in contrast to list. So in Lisp, the language, a list is an array-like thing, but you can add items in the front. You can append or remove one item in the front. A vector is a fixed array. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, so now version, let's give it today's date. Okay, so this converts a HTML table to nested vector. Okay, now the code, how do you do? Okay, so the code, first of all, the table text is a string. Okay, so let's look at the table here. Let's okay, so so it takes a table text. Okay, so we want the region. This region, we want to take that region and let me show you. Okay, so this, you see, so we don't want the text as argument. We want to take the region. So the region will grab the text. Okay, so let's go back. So instead of text, let's not put it there. in region, okay, into a nested vector, okay. So first of all, we want to grab the region. So region beginning, let's just say selection, okay. Region beginning, let's put two marker here, P1, P2, P2. Do you keep track of your progress in HTML files? That's creative. What do you mean keep track of your progress? You mean like to do? Explain, okay? You mean like Ogma to do? Basically, I write every node, everything in HTML because I grew up with it. I've been coding HTML manually, beginning manually since 1996. 1995 is when I learned HTML for the first time. That's the beginning of internet, cyberspace, HTML. You have CGI gateway. You have the web servers. So hello there. Have a nice stream. Ivan, where are you from? Where are you guys from? Okay, so 1995, I learned HTML at Wolfram Research and learned about web and a little bit about networking. So back then, it's known as internet is known as cyberspace because it's a brand new thing, brand new vision. And we don't know actually it'll survive. It's just like science fiction. It's called cyberspace. And HTML is called hypertext, hypertext. And links are called hyperlink. It's all amazing, hyperlink. So in HTML, it's kind of like the beginning, it's kind of half science fiction. And there's no such thing as sharp online or like today, whatever video, anyway. So I learned HTML in 1995 and started, in the beginning, I manually code every single tag. And in Microsoft Word in the beginning, actually. Yes. Then 1998 is when I began to use Emacs. Okay. So anyway, so we want to first of all grab the region beginning and end position. Okay. Let's say user makes a selection. We want to grab this text. Okay. So we declare two variables. Let's just say P1, P2, okay? So that people don't get confused with my naming convention. Okay, P1, P2 is two variable. Now set variable P1 to region beginning. Okay, region beginning returns the position of the beginning of the selection. Okay, now do the same thing, set P2 to region end. Okay, I'm using XAR fly keys and I'm using Vorak keyboard and I'm using XAR Emacs Lisp mod. If you like them, if you think I'm doing fantastic, efficient, pay me and buy it. Okay, it's open source. You search for it, XAR Emacs Lisp mod, you will find it. Okay, so now we got predefined the code, so we have the position beginning and end. Okay, now to grab the text. Okay, okay, here's the HTML text. Now actually let's go by my convention because let's add some quirk to it. My naming convention, start every variable name by X. Okay, now you set this HTML text to buffer. Buffer substring no properties. Okay, that just grab the string in a buffer from two positions, P1 and P2. Okay, so that will get the HTML text. Okay, now once we got the text, now we are in business to do the transposition. Okay, this is the HTML text. Okay, and the HTML text is that. Okay, fantastic. So far so good. Ivan or Ivan from Russia. Now, how do they pronounce it? Is it Ivan or Ivan. Well, in America, I think mostly Ivan, but in Russia, maybe Ivan. That's some king's names, something. Oliver Winsphere. Hello. Okay, comments, questions, post it. Okay, so continue the deed. So HTML text, so we got the string, which is this string. Now what? Let's copy that. Okay, so actually let's just show it in this window. Okay, so now what's to do next? Now let's hold on a second. Let's grab the matrix code. Okay, copy it, comment out, copy it, close, and switch buffer, paste the code there. So we got the code for transposition of nested vector, and now we do this. Now we want to, so we got the string. Now we want to convert any of these, table tr, th into some sort of bracket, because you see, basically we want to convert them into these, the Lisp syntax. Okay. So the first thing you have to assume is that you assume in this text there is no occurrence of the bracket character. Okay, let's see. Does it occur? Okay. It doesn't occur here, but okay, let's proceed. Okay, since it doesn't occur, so let's proceed. So, but you have to write the code to make sure it doesn't occur, because otherwise you're gonna get extraneous square bracket. So so you have to add code here. Okay, so make sure. So okay, so let's focus. Let's get this done within 1 hour. Okay, so you got the tr thing. So tr indicates the beginning of a row. Okay. Then th is just okay, let's go brainless. Let's just quickly bang the code out so that we have some progress during the live stream instead of thinking and planning. Okay, so you got the text, then you want to, let's say, temp buffer with temp buffer. Okay, so you create a new buffer temporarily, and now you insert this text into it. Okay, then you go to move the cursor to the beginning. Okay, point mean is a function that returns the beginning position of the buffer. Okay, it's not necessarily 0, because sometimes when you narrow to region. So anyway, point mean is the beginning, returns the beginning position, returns an integer. Okay, so go to charges, move cursor there. Okay, then now you want to do search and replace. Okay, so search forward. Okay, while, so this is a idiom for find and replace. Okay, so while search forward, we want to search for a string. Search forward, let's say tr. Okay, okay, search forward, let's say search for tr, optional bound, no error, true. Okay, bound nil, no error, true. Count, we don't care. And what do you want to replace it with? Use replace match. Replace it by, so tr means a, okay, so tr means a bracket like that. Actually, we need a lot to do here. Okay, let's not worry, let's just do this now. Okay, Okay, so replace match, replace it with left bracket, fixed case, fixed case nil, because we do want capital TR too. Literal true, and those we don't care. Okay, so that will do it. That's one part. Okay. Okay, so that's one part. Then let's copy it. Let's do it again. Now this time is slash tr. That's ending bracket for HTML text. Tr means row, table row. Okay, so now here you need a so you need a right square bracket. Okay, so you replace tr by that. Now you copy this again. Now you want to replace th. Okay, so every time you see not th, td. Okay, so you can see th2, but you see each column is marked up by td. Okay, so td indicates a column. Okay, so td indicates what? So first of all, you got the th part. So you want to, th means, th is the reason that the title, the first column or the first row is bold. H means header, so table header. So that's why, so it's kind of special. So first of all, we want to replace th and /th by td. Okay, so first of all, th, replace all th by td. Okay, and copy that, paste it, and paste it again, and the end tag /th by td2. Okay, so now let's convert the th tag. Okay, so now let's convert the th tag, the td tag. Okay, so what td should become? So each td should become each td should become some kind of a, let's do this. Okay, so let's make the td to become let's say a Unicode bracket. This bracket, this is called corner bracket. Okay, so you can see the name. Let's magnify. Okay, so here is the character, and the name is corner bracket here. Okay, that's a Unicode corner bracket. That's from China. Okay, this character. Okay, so td becomes that. Copy that and replace it, and now /td is the closing corner bracket. Okay, hey Xao Flamio, hello. Okay, so transposition HTML table. So td becomes the corner bracket. Let's stop and let's just post the text. Okay, so now buffer substring, let's get all the buffer substring, point min to point max. Okay, let's shrink them a little bit. Okay, so actually let's make them make them one line, so it's kind of, so you can kind of see the whole thing. Okay, so anyway, here's our code so far, not too bad. So create a temp buffer, insert the string, then do all this replacement, then grab the text. Here's the text. So yeah, so the result text will be, let's create a new variable. Okay, so here is the result text. Okay, pretty fine. Okay, and the result text is a variable, of course, so we add here, and let's just say insert result text. Okay, insert to the buffer. Okay, okay, so what does this code do right now? It just convert HTML text like that into, by removing those tags, but make them into use brackets. Okay, so let's try that. Oh God, this is gonna be another half an hour at least. Okay, so HTML nested vector copy, copy the code. Now let's try. Okay, let's try to work on this. Okay, so call the command. Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Please make it work. No, it didn't work. Oh, yeah, of course. You require a region because right now there's no region. So you have to select it. Okay, wait. Cancel. Undo. Select. Okay, now we call the command. Do it. Fantastic. Okay, kind of worked because, but we didn't delete the original. We inserted the new, so you can see here it's much more clean. So you can see each row are bracketed by the square brackets. Then each column is bracketed by the corner brackets. Fantastic. Now next, so we made progress. That's one step. Now we need to turn this into a Lisp vector format, okay? And the things inside, they needs to be string, so they need to have the double quote, okay? And then we also need to remove the table thing, okay? So yeah, let's, so yeah, okay, so let's do that. Any comments and questions? I got a few people watching, nobody watching, okay? A lot to do, so I want to focus on writing this Emacs Lisp today. I'm doing live because it's less boring, because I've been doing this coding every day, for the past 15 years on Emacs Lisp. So usually I just code this. Okay, so now you got this table string. You want it to be removed. Okay, so you need to add another line here. So another line. Okay, so wait, copy. You need to replace. Okay, while search forward. This time you want to use a regular expression. Okay, so search forward. Search forward. That means use regular expression, and the regular expression you want is something like that. Okay, so table space one or more, followed by and followed by anything that is not a greater than sign. Okay, and one or more. Okay, where is my plus sign? Okay, so okay, there is my plus sign. Is it 1 or more or 0 to or more? Search table space 0 or more, actually. Space, so 0 or more, let's do that. Yeah. Okay, asterisk means 0 or more, then that which is 0 or more. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, while you found this string, optional bound nil, no error, true, count, you don't care, then you want to replace it by yeah, okay, replace it by that. Okay, let's see, does that make sense? Let's make it one line. So when when I make it one line, it doesn't look so good, so why don't we change it then? Okay, find and replace. Okay, let's do it. Maybe that's better. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, so do that, but don't forget, actually you also need to do the slash table. Okay, this part is simpler because you don't have the attributes, so replace that by, obviously, by a closing square bracket. That's right. So okay, is that clear? Does that make sense? Not about this specifically, but I need a work on a second stream of income that has a more flexible schedule than my job. As you know, I'm nerd, but I'm not purple unicorn. Okay. Okay. I don't know what is a personal issue. Okay, so we now we change the table. Okay, we should have fixed this line and that line. And what else do we need to fix? Okay, so let's see, we need to turn this into a we turn this into a Lisp nested vector syntax. Then that means it's a string. It's still a string. Is it? Yeah, I think so. Then we need to actually call eval in Lisp to evaluate. Oh god, this is complicated. To transpose, that just means column to row, row to column. So that's what transpose means. It's part of the kind of linear algebra. So you just kind of want to flip it in a diagonal line. Lines, rows becomes columns, columns becomes row. Hello from UK. So okay, so transposition of vectors. So let's continue. So we did that so far. What's the next thing to do? So we should have started with a simple toy example, because that way it's much easier to understand. But anyway, so far we converted that into that. Then what to do next? then okay, so then each of the corner bracket needs to be double quote. Okay, so does that make sense? I think so. Okay, let's just keep doing it. Okay, so make a backup. Okay, so now let's add more things change here. Okay, now for each corner bracket, left corner bracket you found, replace it by you need a backslash quote. Okay, okay, so you need a backslash quote replaced by a quote. Okay, same thing. Now for the right corner bracket, you replace it by a double quote. Okay, now let's just do this. Let's run this for now and see what we get. Okay, prettify the code, eval buffer, done. Now let's put over here, delete that. So let's do this. Okay, so now you need to make a selection first, then call the command HTML table nested vector. Okay, actually this we need to rename this because this should be HTML table to nested vector. Okay, eval the buffer, copy the command name, go to this buffer, select all, call it, paste. That's it. Okay, fantastic. You see, okay, there's something else we're missing, so we need a space in between. Oh god, we need a space in between. Yeah, you know, let's just okay, let's just be silly and let's just, you know, replace the double quoted. That's probably not the right thing to do, but now let's just say I mean, so what you need now, you need the backslash insert mod, you need a slash, where is backslash? Okay, backslash is there. Backslash quote. Okay, so you need two of these. Two of them replaced by you need to add a space, so just add a space in between. Okay, that's silly, but let's just do it. Okay, eval the buffer, go back here, cut this out. Now select all, call the command, do it. Fantastic, we're getting better and better. Yeah, that's a Lisp vector format. Okay, now remember each time we have to do a selection first because our command requires a selection. Now let's make it automatically select by let's not. Let's just keep doing this. Let's focus on finishing this. Then we make it convenient. Okay, so now we got the string. Now let's try to eval the result. Okay, eval. There's a Lisp command called eval. Okay, now let's describe function on eval. Let's look at documentation. Eval form optional. So it says evaluate form and return its value. If lexical is true, evaluate using lexical scoping. Okay, yeah, we want lexical scoping. Actually, it doesn't matter here. So what does it mean? I mean, does it say what type is the form? I suppose it's a string. Okay, we can test it here. So let's test it. So for example, let's eval the expression plus wait, okay, yeah, okay, plus 2 3. Okay, now string. Okay, now let's eval last sex. Do it. Oh, the answer is not what we want. You know, it actually it returns a string itself. We want it to return 5. We want to turn a string into a Lisp code, but it doesn't work here. So I think maybe it's read. Okay, so let's describe function on read. Maybe that is the right function. Read stream. Read one Lisp expression as text from string. No. Yeah, this might work, but we have to. Oh wait, a string. So it can the argument, the stream argument can be a string. Okay, let's try that. Okay, read this expression. Okay, eval it. Oh, it worked. It seems to work. Now once you got, so now it turns that into a Lisp expression. Now all you have to do is eval it. Okay, so actually put that here. Okay, so prettify it. Let's try. The result should be 5. Okay, fantastic. You see at the bottom, fantastic. That's what we want. This is how you turn a string into a Lisp expression and evaluate it. Okay, so now we just want to do the same thing. You see this, we want to do it to this, you know, the thing we just did. Okay, so wait, so this is the result here. Okay, there. Okay, now this is too many lines. Let's shrink it. Okay, now this shrink it, comment this out. Now back to our code. Now don't be too big. Okay, now you can see the whole code here. Okay, that's the complete code. Okay, now so now we do it again. Eval buffer. Okay, now go back here, select it, call, do it. Okay, first of all it inserted the transformed thing, but now let's go to the messages buffer. It should return a Lisp object that is the nested syntax. But it's not printed out. I suppose that's normal. Okay, so what you gonna do? So okay, so now let's go back here. Instead of printing this out, let's delete it. Okay, let's say let's print the result. Okay. Okay, so let's insert, instead of that, let's insert what we want to insert. We want to insert format a string of Lisp expression. So that S means SEXP, symbolic expression. It just means Lisp expression. So let's put the expression here. So that will turn this nested vector Lisp object into a string. Then we insert into the buffer. Okay, so let's copy that, prettify the code, eval the buffer, go to this buffer. Now select the HTML table, call the command metax, do it. Fantastic! It is working! You know, that's how it looks like when the nested vector is printed. Okay, you know, so you can see. So for example, we can format it so that's easy to see. So there it is, you see? Fantastic. You know, there it is. So now the next thing to do is transpose it. Transpose, okay? So we already have a function we have written the other day. There it is, XOR transpose, okay? So we just call it here. XOR transpose, and what do you want to transpose? You want to transpose this thing, okay? Fantastic, okay? Prettify the code, remove that, we don't need anymore, remove that. Fantastic, fantastic, okay? Eval buffer, now go back here, delete that, select all, metax, call it. Did it transpose? Let's see. The first row is switch feedback type actuation. Yes, it did. Fantastic. Fantastic, guys. So you see, it did the transpose. Now all we have to do is change all these bracket, you know, the square bracket back to the TRTH. You know, that should be easy because that is, you know, that's we already did it before the other way. Okay, I think that's it for today. Yeah, you know, I can do it this offline, but the basic idea, you know, we did it, I think. Yeah. Are you doing this for any arbitrary HTML table? Yes. So that's the ultimate goal. I mean, right now it just works on this table, but it can work on any table. It basically already works. Now, but it's not done yet, of course, because you need to make sure that your table does not contain, you know, characters such as the double quote, or it does not contain any of these, you know, the special bracket we used or square bracket. So what you have to do is that first of all, decide what kind of character you want to use. Then make sure the table doesn't contain those characters. If it does, you want to you want to replace them to something else first, temporarily. Then you convert your, you know, you do the string replace to convert them into the nested vector as a string. Then you convert back those temporary characters to whatever they were. Okay, so that's you know, so you have to worry about, you know, quote inside a quote. In that case, you have to do escape, you know, backslash. You have to worry about those kind of things. But you know, that's it. Does code? So there's another question. Hi everyone from UK. Okay. Does coding with the live audience make it easier to get results? Usually it's the, you know, when I code live, usually it's at least 2 times as slow, 3 times, you know, because I also have to explain, you know, like without audience, I don't have to explain to myself, you know, I just do it's at least 4 times faster. But the advantage with doing YouTube live is that, you know, it's less boring because I have you guys to talk to. I can like explain. I love to, you know, I love to teach anyway. So I can explain Lisp and maybe, you know, programming language issues we came into, and the idea, the concept of transposition is from linear algebra. What are matrices? You know, I like to talk about things, so it's less boring, but it's much slower. Also, you know, so basically the idea, you know, we already know how to do it, but this is not the final result, because also, you see, when you do lots of, it's not efficient right now. You know, we are doing lots of repetition because we, you know, so anyway, the basic idea is here. Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Anything else? Anything else? Any Emacs questions? Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, so if you guys like my stuff, you know, buy my Emacs tutorial. You know, support me. Just search for practical Emacs tutorial. Search for my name, and you'll find it, and you'll see the buy button. And you know, support me if you like it. Okay, that's it. What else? Yeah, we got the transpose. So let's pop the code back. Okay, let's first of all copy it. Okay, Control B, pop them back, and press this key to syntax color them in HTML, and press this key to show in browser. Fantastic. So we want to transpose this. We did it almost, you know. Here's the code. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye guys. I've been typing a lot, you know, lately. So my my hand, you know, I've been typing. This Glove 80 is a fantastic keyboard, but I'm waiting, you know, because I have repetitive strain injury, especially over many times over the past 15 years. So I need a lighter switch. So I'm waiting for them to send me a lighter switch. Meanwhile, I've been typing a lot on, you know, on my Expose Lite. Fantastic. Okay, this tool keyboard I recommend the most. Okay, so I've been typing a lot, you know, a lot in the past week again. So now I'm suffering. Right now, actually, I'm suffering from pronation problem. Like pronation is naturally your hand is like that. This, if you put your hand on the desk, that's called pronation. And if you do this for 8 hours a day, you'll have RSI. So right now I'm kind of suffering from that. Why? How do I know? This happened in the past, but for example, if I right now, you know, my hand is usually like that, right? But if I put my hand this way, oh, comfort. You know, there's a lot of comfort here. Like right away, I can feel right away. Well, that's because there's no tinting. So I've been using Expose, that's why. So, but Glove 80 has tinting. Okay, so there are advantages and disadvantages of different keyboards. How Emacs work for you, Windows? Fantastic. Okay. I get that question a lot. People asking, you know, I don't know how you guys get the idea. You know, there's some idea that Emacs on Windows have problems. Not really. Emacs on Windows is a bit slower than Emacs on Linux. That's true. Okay. However, on Windows, you don't have a problem whatsoever. You know, it's inferior on Windows than on Linux. That's why, because that's what Richard Stallman wanted. He intentionally don't want the Emacs on Windows version running any better. If it happens to be better, he intentionally tell his underlings basically to destroy it. You know, he want to make sure Emacs on Windows, Mac, Linux, Emacs runs better on Linux. You he intentionally do that. But anyway, the Emacs on Windows works fine.